Hey guys, Doug B here. This week we're going to talk about the performance control pages and how you can set them up. Now I know, what the heck are the performance control pages? Is that more programming mumbo jumbo? Well, just hold on, hear me out. You know those 5 knobs under the screen on the front panel? What if you could set them up to be more like an amp? Like say having input drive, treble, mid, bass, volume, etc. And how about if we gave each knob 2 functions, so that instead of 5 functions you'd have 10, so you could add things like delay time, feedback, delay mix, reverb time, reverb mix. Sound pretty good? Well, that's where the performance control pages come in. So there's no need to have a panic attack trying to menu dive while at a gig. You can set those knobs up to control pretty much whatever you want. Now there are 2 different types of performance control pages. There's a global page and a per preset page. Now as you probably guessed, the global page, those knobs work the same for every single preset. Now the per preset page, you set those up for each individual preset if you want. So like one of them could have, 10 knobs for different amp settings. Another preset could have 10 different knobs for delay settings. Another preset could have, like 5 amp settings and 5 delay settings. You can mix them up however you want. It's just that global is for all the presets, and then per preset is for each individual preset. So when you total them all up, you have 20 knobs to play with, because each knob has 2 functions in the global page and has 2 functions in the per preset page. So you get 20 functions out of 5 knobs. That's pretty sweet. So I'll show you how to do all that after we set the pages up. Ready? Let's dive in. Performance pages must be set up using AxeEdit. By now you should have already installed AxeEdit and are familiar with how to use it. If not, I'll put a link at the end that shows you how to download and install AxeEdit. Now you need to decide whether you want to set up the global page or the per preset page. Remember, parameters placed on the global page stay there as you change presets. Those on the per preset page will be different from one preset to another. The global page might contain your top 10 go-to parameters. Many players will place the basic knobs of the amp1 block here: drive, bass, mid, treble, presence, depth, master volume, level, etc. To add amp1 controls to the global performance control page, we need to begin in a preset containing the amp1 block. I went ahead and set up a very simple test preset, number 411. So you click on the amp1 block, make sure it's set to authentic. Now switch to the performance control editor by clicking the performance button above the grid. Drag and drop the input drive parameter by its label to the first slot of the global performance control. Important, you must drag controls by their label. If you drag on the knob, you'll change its value. Don't panic though if that happens. You can just undo by pressing either Command-Z on a Mac or Control-Z on Windows. Continue drag and drop of parameters to desired locations. You can in fact drag any parameter from anywhere in any block. You're limited to 10, but you don't need to fill all 10 of the slots. I'll add the following parameters: amp1 drive, bass, mid, treble, and master volume. Now those are all from the amp1 block. Now let's go to the delay block, and I'll add time, mix, and level. And then we'll go to the reverb block and add time and mix. Now you don't need to get out of the performance control editor to change blocks. Just click on the blue triangle to the left of the large block in AxeEdit. It lists every block in the current preset. You can use drag and drop to rearrange controls in AxeEdit. To remove any control, just select it and press the delete backspeed on your keyboard. Like for instance, Reverb 1 mix, if you don't want it, just hit the delete key. But since I do want it, I'll add it back in there. Now you can change the label for any control by double clicking on the existing name. Like say for instance, level. You could change level in lowercase to level in uppercase. You can even change it back. Now since we're setting up the global performance controls, there's no need to save. Now the per preset page works the same way, except that you have to hit save after you've made your changes. That way you can save front panel controls for any preset. Now let's set up the per preset for my test preset. I've got a few effects in this preset. Let's see. Let's go to compressor. Let's grab threshold and ratio. Now, let's go to the chorus block and grab rate, depth, and width from the chorus block. Now let's go to the drive block and grab both drive and tone. Okay, now let's go to the phaser block and get rate, depth, and feedback. Now you want to make sure you hit save, because let's just go up one preset. See? The global performance controls are still there, but there's nothing in the per preset performance. But if we go back, there they are. Okay, let's check our work on the Axe FX3. You press home, then you page over to perform GBL. That's the performance global, and you can see performance control. Okay, look, amp 1 drive, looky there. Bass, mid, treble, master volume, and then now to get down to the bottom row, hit the nav 1 button, and then you can change all of these. Now what you do, you would page back over, and there's the per preset performance control for that preset. Again, nav up, you got comp 1 threshold, ratio, chorus 1 rate, depth, width, drive 1 the drive, tone, phaser rate, phaser depth, and phaser feedback. So you could come to a gig, and all you have to do, like I say, from just any preset page, you would page over to performance global. And there, right there. I mean, you can just use the knobs. Drive, bass, mid, treble, master volume, page down, delay 1, delay mix, delay level, reverb time, reverb mix. Pretty cool, huh? You know, so for this preset, that means you can adjust amp controls, delay, reverb, compressor, chorus, drive, and phaser. All from 5 knobs. That's intense. Okay, hopefully that demonstrates the flexibility of the performance control pages. They can be used to make the perfect setup for quick changes. You know, like during a sound check or, hey, even in the middle of a song. Now next week we're going to look at setting up the wah, both on the FX3 and on the FC controllers. You don't want to miss that, so hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. All right, guys, see you later.